Hey, what's up guys? My name is Tom Spark. Welcome back to another VPN review. Today we're going to be checking out Hi.me. It's been around since 2012. It's not the biggest VPN provider, and I'm surprised I haven't checked it out here on the channel yet. I did do a review of it in 2016, but it's been around 4 years or so I thought it'd be worth it to make a new review, rank it on the VPNtierlist.com. Anyways guys, let's get into the review. Hey guys, just a reminder to check out VPNtierlist.com. It's a collection of all my ratings on the channel, and you're going to find lots of helpful information here on how to choose a VPN. Anyways, back to the video. So guys, Hi.me at first glance seems like a really well-priced VPN. You get 10 simultaneous connections, a decent amount of worldwide locations, and of course unlimited data transfer for only $5 a month, with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Not only that, there's also a free model with 2 GB limit per month, 1 simultaneous connection, and 5 locations to pick from. I'll discuss some of the limitations here with the locations later on in the app section, but I want to talk a little bit more about the pricing, because when you click on it, you're going to actually see it expanded more, and you'll see that you only get $5 a month after you purchase 2 years. So you're going to have to pay $130 up front. I don't really like how they did like the 2-step pricing page there. I would have preferred this being the main pricing page because I think it's more transparent. But overall though guys, the main plan here is going to be $13. The 1-year plan is going to be $99, and of course 2 years is going to be around $130. So there's not really much point in buying this plan. However, on the channel, I never really recommend users to buy 2 to 3 year plans because it's too long of a commitment model. Hi.me could easily be bought out by some other company. They could change the company policies or do whatever they want after 30 days since they'll have your money. But guys, this is very similar to ExpressVPN in that it's very expensive for 1 month, pretty expensive for 1 year. $13 and $100 I think is just simply too expensive in the modern VPN marketplace. I think at most you should be around $8 to $10 a month, and maybe for 1 year somewhere between $50 to $70 is more of a fair price. $100 just seems like too much. Now keep in mind you do get 10 simultaneous devices, which is a little bit more than some other VPN providers, but still not worth the cost I don't think. Anyways guys, let's go on to the next section, being the application. Alright guys, so this is what Hi.me's application looks like. I actually quite like the look of it. It's got a nice kind of simple blue interface. Down here you can also pick the different servers. Now if you do the trial version, you're going to be limited to what servers you could pick. But I think overall they should be okay for testing. You won't be able to do P2P for example, but for testing I think it's okay. We also could favorite servers and stuff like that, but clicking on the little star icon, everything's pretty standard here. I do like that you could search for servers. Some VPNs don't allow you to do that, which is annoying. But I do like the server selection tab. In terms of the settings, it's pretty impressive here. We have a lot of settings to configure here with the application, how it behaves, how it launches. We also have DNS options, which is good to see. You don't really see that too often. Not only that, but you also have auto connection features, split tunneling. You only really see that with something like ExpressVPN, a couple other ones, but not too popular, but a cool feature, even though it's sometimes wonky to get working right. We have Stealth Guard, which is going to, limit connections to VPN. So this is going to be kind of like Stealth Guard will always be active even when Hi.me is not running. All apps will block all out and ingoing traffic. So this is kind of like, it's like kill switch. It's kind of, I'm not really quite sure the difference between Stealth Guard and kill switch. I guess this is more like application kill switch, and this could be more like a network kill switch perhaps. I'm not really quite sure the differentiation between these two. It would be a little bit easier if they kind of explained it a little bit better perhaps. I guess specifically it's almost kind of like split tunneling in that if the VPN is connected, these apps don't have connection, so you can kind of turn off various apps and stuff like that. So these 3 should give you a pretty comprehensive ability to do what you want. We also have a lot of cool VPN protocols, which is very nice. You don't see that too often. We have IKE, OpenVPN, SoftEtherVPN, which is kind of like IKE. SSTP, definitely an older one. And then we even have fallback protocols to pick, so if something fails, or something doesn't connect right, you could pick a fallback one, so that's cool. We even have customization for the various protocols with different UDP, TCP, different ports to choose from if you're having trouble accessing ports, as well as customization for SoftEther as well. We even have browser extension little tab here just to help you install it. Now another thing to note is that sometimes with VPN providers that provide a free plan, it's pretty easy to test it because they don't really put that much restrictions on it. But Hi.me had restricted so many servers, it was hard to me to actually connect to any of them. Only server that worked was the best location. I couldn't get the US West server to work or anything like that, so I actually had to buy it. So if you're looking to use this VPN for free, as you know, the trial or just for free, I wouldn't really recommend it. One thing you will have to keep in mind though is that if you don't want to have everything be turned off, when you're not using Hide.me VPN, you're gonna have to disable Stealth Guard. So make sure you disable that if you want to exit Hide.me and use internet without VPN. It's just something to keep in mind, something happened to me and something you should definitely know about. Alright guys, so we're starting out the speed test by doing a speed test on speedtest.net, seeing what the ping, download, and upload look like. Normally without VPN I get around 10 ms, 500 megabits per second, and around 20 upload. For a fast VPN provider, we could see anywhere around 250 to 300 megabits per second, and upload would be around 15 or something like that. So overall, this speed test looks to be doing okay so far. A little bit higher ping, but nothing too extraordinary. Download rate is decent, not quite ranking the fastest in terms of download rates. And upload rate is looking right around where I expected, around 14-15 area. So overall, not the worst speed test, pretty decent overall, not bad. But we're gonna have to test what it looks like in a real world torrent download test, downloading a Ubuntu file to give you an indication of what this VPN could be like for torrenting. Alright guys, so now we have loaded up the file. Usually here, without VPN, I get 30 to 40 megabytes download rate for the files. Some of my faster VPNs get around 25 to 30 megabytes a second. Something like TorGuard and ExpressVPN have been the fastest in my tests. This is looking to be a little bit faster than average. Usually kind of like the slow to average VPNs get around 2 to 3 megabytes a second. This one is inching up towards 5, almost 4 around there. I'm going up a little closer to 5. But again, this is just kind of decent speeds. There we go, 5.2. Not bad per se, but definitely not anywhere close to the fastest. Faster than a decent amount of VPNs though. Overall, just kind of okay. So in terms of logs and privacy, how does Hide.me do? Well, they do maintain a non-persistent log of connection data for troubleshooting purposes, which includes customers' randomly generated username and internally assigned non-public IP address. They say that it gets erased every few hours, and we do not log any other data to other than to mitigate their legal liability. They do not monitor or log your browsing behavior. They do not monitor or log your browsing behavior. It is impossible to record your browsing behavior with our technical backend. All usage data is anonymous and not connected to your real public IP address. Upon connection termination, we process the amount of traffic you have spent, so they have bandwidth logs, and we account for the aggregated monthly data to traffic to bill you properly and to maintain a high quality of service. So they do collect, kind of the standard logs that logging VPNs do. Perhaps nothing that concerning, but let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper here into their reputation. Alright guys, now that we're finished up with the speed test, let's go ahead and see if it works with Netflix. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're getting a streaming error, so we'll test it with some of the other options and let you know here in a second which ones work. Doesn't look like Hulu's working, definitely disappointing. You can see here that I still have it open, still connected to a server that should theoretically be working. And Prime Video is not working either, and I also just tested BBC iPlayer and that is also not working. That's definitely not good. But this is a good chance to test out their customer support. See if the support can actually give us a solution, so that way we could get it working. Looks like it's just a ticket. Strangely enough, I went on the website again, and this time they do have live chat. So maybe they do have live chat. Sometimes they might be busy or something like that. Maybe we load the page a couple times, go to different pages. You might be able to find it. Let's go ahead and test it out. So talking to this guy about Netflix, he says they don't really seem to be working with Netflix. They say it's like a cat and mouse game. They're trying to get more IPs, but Netflix is blocking them. So it looks like this service hasn't figured out a solution where some other VPNs have at this point in 2020. One annoying thing is that I actually had another question, but right after he answered this one, he's just like, oh, okay, let me know if you need anything else, email us, and then he just like dipped out. So that's kind of disappointing. Maybe the chat should be like, hey, do you have anything else we could help you with? I've seen that. Such a common question with live chat, and these guys just seem to dip out too quickly. Oh, look, he's still here. Never mind, he's still here. He acted like he dipped out. Maybe he almost did dip out, but now he's like, oh, this guy is still here. Let's see what he says. So my question was, do you have any information on the site, I forgot to put on, about the parent company? Let's see what he says. He's like, hi.me parent company? And I'm like, yes, do you have any information about who owns the company on the site? And now it's taking him a little while to respond. Probably threw him a curveball. Now, while Patrick took a little while to answer me, he really did pull all the answers out for me. He showed me the company here. He showed me where its address is located. He even showed me ways to verify that it is a registered company in Malaysia, which is definitely pretty legit. I like you, Patrick, and I like the customer service here offered by Hi.me. Alright guys, so for the final rating for Hi.me, it's going to do really well in certain categories. The application is very good, it's super customizable, has a lot of features, compares with some of the best VPN applications out there, like stuff from TorGuard and AirVPN. However, speeds here are just kind of okay, they're nothing too special, a little bit faster than some other slower VPNs, but not as fast as the fastest VPNs. In terms of reputation, it's decent. They do collect some logs, which is a little bit concerning, a little bit more than they should. I couldn't really find too much about the company, that much about, who's behind it. It's in Malaysia, I guess, but there wasn't really that much dirt on it either. In terms of customer support, it's actually very good as well. I talked to a customer support agent called Patrick, who did a very good job, very responsive, and it has live chat. Streaming, however, you're going to be completely let down. They don't support streaming. They didn't really seem to be able to figure out how to support streaming, so you're going to have to watch out for that as well. Combined with the pricing and the streaming, the end result is going to be very low. It's going to be 2.83 out of 5, making it a tier 3 VPN not recommended for use. That's just my thoughts though, guys. Let me know down in the comments down below if you like this VPN, and I'll see you again very soon.